Catherine here. Oh my goodness gracious, I look like a mess. It has been 2 long weeks. What have I been making? So I am going to tell you a little bit what have I been making. I have been making moccasins for me and Chopper. I have been making baby shoes knitted. You know something about you need. Hello, Deborah. Yay, welcome. I want to show you. I just fetched them. Um, what I have been doing is, as you can see, I have made these. First of all, I have been making Deborah moccasins for Chopper. And nice to see you, Deborah. It has been a long time. And as you can see, I made myself. These need to be sold now. But I have made these as a prototype, as you can see, what I actually have used here. So I have been, as you know, busy all the time. So much to do. A lot of funerals. I have been to 2 funerals for some friend of mine, so it has also been a little hard. As you can see, I bought these very cheap, like this, and cut it off, and as you can see, use them as a sole here. But what I don't get is I use a size 40, and this was actually a size 43, and they were actually smaller than my 40, so of course I can't use them for choppers. I have made choppers, as you can see. Once upon a time I found some old leather furniture, a sofa, and I cut all the old leather from it, and there was these pieces here where I sort of made these for chopper up here. So now I just need to find some new soles for it, and to be sure I sort of had, you know, the right pattern. I made these first in, you know, leftovers. So a small piece of bleach, and you know, I just went down and got some heavy duty glue. But unfortunately, I got glue on these, so I need to be more careful when I am going to put soles on choppers, because this one doesn't matter, because I was actually thinking, you know, using them for down with the garbage and up again, so you don't have to change shoes. Thank you, Deborah. How are you, my dear? It has been so long I have seen you, and I really hope you are doing great as well, and you can, as we sort of say, deal with life. Life hasn't been pretty good lately. I have been also making these little miniature shoe soles here. Um, these are for the church, as you can see. Oh, that I'm so glad to hear, Deborah. I'm so happy that is yeah. Everything is so overwhelmed these days. I mean, this is actually this is what it takes to make a little shoe like this. As you can see, what you're actually doing is knit one long like this, then you cross them like that, stitch it here and here, and then you simply put it onto the sole. I need to check here, as you can see, and voila, you have a little kid's homeschool shoe. We call them home shoe, or for kindergarten, stuff like that. You make them. So yeah, I have been cooking, and also, like you, been very overwhelmed with stuff like you can't control it. People you care for suddenly is no longer there. And that's actually made me think a little bit about I need to sort of get my last will completed. So I have also been doing that, writing down what priest I want, who I want to do the service and stuff like that, all that sad, boring part, but it's really good. So, and besides that, yeah. Oh, I can see Kathleen has been live putting a video. Mm. Yeah, I know. I know. I look, sad. But yeah, but I am so glad you're feeling better and can do some craft. The other part is my internet has been on and off. YouTube keep asking for permission to use my. You have not done. Oh. So you haven't been. No. You know what, Deborah? Sometimes you just need to take a break to breathe. As I also told Elizabeth, it's okay to take a holiday from YouTube, because you need to sort of fume up, or I don't know what you call it, but recharge your energy and your mental health. And sometimes you really need to do it by being you, being selfish and only concerned about you. What are you going to do? And I don't think it's I mean, has to be the reason you lose your friends or your subbies if you just allow yourself to take that break. And sometimes in these days, I can assure you, as I probably you have heard about all that about the turtle on the post and our prime minister. It hasn't been fun to be Dane. I don't know, but I do know a lot of Greenland people that almost cried. So yeah, by and you need to talk to them because you don't understand what is going on. But Greenland is not for sale. You can't just, you just can't come and ask to buy a country. Can you? No. So I know we don't talk a lot about it, but it has been all over. First, I actually believed it was a joke, but he was seriously. So it has also taken a lot of my time because you have to sort of prepare people asking. People want to know your opinion, and I say, you know what? Yeah, people could have talked, nicer to each other. It's difficult for me to say how is it supposed to be said and stuff like that. And you think a lot about how you sort of want to, yeah, speak out. It's difficult. It really is. So, but yeah, I am very lucky. I just been shopping a little bit. I found some fun stuff here. Yeah, it's so true, Deborah. There are so many on. You can't do it because everybody is on at the same time, and some people, yeah, every day, sometimes twice a day, they post videos, and you know what? You can't keep on with if you sort of. So no, me neither. It was actually my first shopping trip, and I don't know if you can actually call it a shopping trip because I don't know. I was in the Chinese store. I found these. They look very. Have you ever seen these? These are meant. Hello, my sweet sis. Um, they are supposed to be sealed bags like this. Oh, it's so good to see you, my friend Sita. Okay, they're actually like this. For I don't know, waterproofing things, but I don't know. They were cheap actually, and so Kathleen, I want to show you. I have made these for Choba. As you can see, I have been making moccasins, and what I actually started with, I am doing okay, and I hope you are too. It has been stressful. Oh, it's frozen. I'm so sorry. You can't see it. I hope not. I can see I'm still on here. I don't know. Kathleen, I want to show you. Have you tried to reload? I don't know if it's helping you, my sweet Tita. But as you can see, these are my prototype. So, and I tried with some other stuff. But I was actually thinking, yeah, I will show you the tutorial. That's what I wanted to explain tonight, because I want to show you, Deborah. What I did was I have here, as you can see, I cut it out like this. First of all, I got Chopper. These are Chopper's footprints. With I will show you, because I have another one who asked me, can you make them like this? So you actually make them like, like this. So, and I said, yeah, I can do that. Because that is, sometimes you can make it with this, but I can do that easily. But it is important for Chopper to have something that it will stay on his feet. So, and we have almost same length, but his feet are wider than mine. As you can see, they are a little bit bigger here. So what you actually is doing, this is the top, and if you hold it like this next to each other, as you can see, you can actually cover. So the weight of this is actually twice your feet, and this is an very old Greenland native. This is actually, if you imagine you put a what do you call, like a chimney on here, you have a kamik. They're called, in Denmark we call them kamik. As you can see, very plain native design. So if somebody out there say, I have the pattern, no, you don't. And you can't do it. But you start out by taking the foot size, and remember, as I told you, it has to be sort of here, as you can see, a little longer. And if you want them without this heel, you simply just cut it down like this. So you make it like this. I am going to make a pair, like a pair of slippers. And for the insides, because we have doubled, so because I like to sort of, because shoe can easily fast smell. So that's why I always, when we can make like that. We don't put we make it like the middle sole. This is actually the mid part, and as you can see here, when the outer sole come here, and in here I also have like this, and I do that because you sweat. So you can actually take these out here and replace them, and these can be washed in a washing machine, so you always have clean soles into it. Yeah, it is very ingenious. This normally you would put a seal, yeah, inserts into it. And I think that's a good idea to do that, to have a loose inserts, so you can replace them and clean them on a good way. This is a good idea. I didn't do it on mine here because to help put them on. I saw this is also on moccasins. So these are the templates I made for it. And as you can see, it is like this. But as I told you, it goes like you have twice the feet, like this. Yeah, you can, exactly, you can get these inserts very, very cheap. I mean, in a dollar store, I mean, you can get, I mean, 2 pair for $1 or something. I just make them, these for chopper, to insert here, and then you can actually buy these very cheap one to put on top of it. Or of course you can buy these cheap ones, but since it's summer here, we can't buy them. So it is only in November, October, November, you know, when it started to getting colder, we can actually get them. So you can actually buy them very cheap. So yeah, you can easily cut them down, so you have it goes without the heel, or you can do that you skip the part here and only have the sole here. Oh, you can buy them year around. How welcome back, Kathleen. See what I made for my chopper. I made moccasins, and I actually made them out of an old, long time ago. I found an old couch with leather, and as you can see, I cut off the leather and saved it for this, and I started to make this prototype. And the sole on this is actually, I got a cheap pair like this, and I simply cut this off, and as you can see, I glue it on like this. But this says it's a 44, but it's too short for choppers. So, but I made these, so I am going to find a different pair of soles. Thank you, Kathleen. So, because I was thinking he could use them outside. I did try to make some glue soles on his fabric, Chinese fabric shoes, but I followed him and found he has lost these enforcement I have actually made that sort of didn't stick on the sole. So I actually found the soles on the streets. Um, but that's okay. So I simply sat down and told Chopper to put his foot on a piece of paper. And so I got his sole here. And then I simply draw it up like this. Normally this is for Kamix, Greenland Kamix. As you can actually see the shape of it, it is actually native. So you just need, this is the front of the Kamik, and then you sort of make the shaft on it, or the chimney. I have been without then, and later on, Deborah, I am going to show you how you can make them like this. So you have these slippers you can make for your husband, and you can make them in old jeans, fabric, anything. This is actually a very just leftover of some fleece. Then I had some different. This is the leftover from some synthetic velvet. The sad part is I actually got, because it was very difficult for me to glue these on. So I accidentally got glue on here. So I just need to figure out how to be more careful when I do it with choppers. So yeah, I know it's look strange, but I can assure you they're very, very comfortable. So that's what I have been doing. I have also been, yeah, thank you, Deborah. And as you can see, the insert sole, as we talked about, is about smaller like this. It's easier if you see it like this. You can actually see it smaller because it has to go inside the shoe. So this has, but I am going to show you. As the problem has been is that my internet has been on and off, and I was actually maybe uploading, and I was actually trying to live stream. Then the computer went out and didn't want to let me load afterwards. So I said, okay, me and my computer need a break. So we took a break. I have then been down and buy some heavy glue like this. Yeah, everyone's is crazy these days. Yeah, sadly. So I have been buying some universal glue for to, but I am going to need some new soles for Chopper because these are too small. Then I have been making these in baby size for the church charity. And as you can see again, I use this old furniture leather, and I knit a long strip like this, and voila, transfer them into these. And these are simply for the church, because there is a lot of little children who is going to get Christmas gifts. And you know, when they start in preschool, kindergarten, stuff like that. And as you can see, they're very easy. It's actually 12 stitches on a size this for you for, and 50, 100 rows. And you simply do like this, twist them over, and so when you make them, they go inwards. So you make the other one with an opposite, and then you start to stitch them like this, and then you simply put them on like this. So, oh, thank you. So it was also something I did here. Yeah, as you can see, I got some wool leftovers. So I'll get one here in very heavy wool. So oh, that sounds really good. River. Yeah, I have tried that. I have actually tried, a weather organ where you actually knit after the weather. So every day you stitch a row or two, and you have to look outside the window, and okay, if it's raining it's blue, if it's sunny it's bright yellow, is it cloudy orange, and if it's pitch dark like thunder and rain it's green. It's so you can actually, when the year has gone, you can actually see, okay, this day we have bright sunlight because maybe there's a big stripe like this that is yellow, and I mean you can only maybe all have it the sun, or so it's pretty fun to try that. um yeah. Yeah, it's pretty great to do because you get inspired, and you can actually see how much. Okay, this summer has been very wet because I have a lot of blue and not much yellow and purple. It can be, if it's very heavy windy, hurricanes. We actually have tornadoes in Denmark. Yay! We actually never tried that before, but yay! We had at the East Coast. We really got yay tornadoes that are actually, I mean, yeah, sank some ships. Don't worry, it was parked, sailboats, but my God, it sounds so great, doesn't it? I mean, little Denmark gets tomatoes. Yay! And but it was people actually filmed that it really was, but it was a pretty small one compared to what you see around the world. Yeah, and everybody, included you, Kathleen, you also heard about the turtle on the post on Greenland, and people have been super crazy. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, we still, think about how in the world did that turtle get on that post. Nope. We don't like tornadoes. Lucky for us, it was a small one, Deborah. No life lost. It was, when I say the East Coast, it's about the sea line for the East Denmark. So it's, in that area, there's no such a thing as a lot of people living. Thank God for that. but it has done a lot of what do you call it, material damage, overfloating something. It has been, it took the coast, like the beach or something. um but we are getting stronger winds, heavy winds. Yeah. Mm. And by the way, Tita, I love your little video. Yeah. So, but otherwise, it has been quiet, busy. Mm, been to church, been out. As you can see, I still got my, yeah. I have been out today. If I show you this, you can actually see it has been a warm day today, where I actually could have this on. So that has been very nice. Yeah. So, but how are you doing, Kathleen, Tita? Have you? Are you getting better and more home? Oh, you're still unpacking? Yeah. I'm still packing. I'm still packing down. Yeah. It's just some protection, clear screen for something. I just got a couple of these surprise bags with some fun cards to it. This is called a card game called Fish. I don't know if you can actually see them. They are actually different fish. And this is the seaman, and we got the sea lady and fish, different types of fish. Hello, Kansas. Welcome. It has been a while. Ah. Oh, your dogs. Yeah, I have one cat that likes fish. The other one doesn't. But yeah, some dogs like fish. And this is some card with monkeys. That it is a card game. It says copy the monkey, and then you should sort of, if you get a card, you have to do what the monkey is doing. like this, different monkey things, but I thought that could be pretty cool for my junk journals, pockets, or yeah, different types of things. Okay, Kansas. I have made these for Jobber. This is what have I been. Yeah, it has been forever. I mean, it's I have been pretty busy. A lot of things. And tired, and said, okay, I need a break. And then I sort of, yeah, they are pretty comfy. And this design is actually the bottom part from Greenland's kamiks, moccasin boots. In Denmark or Greenland, we call them kamik, but they're actually moccasins. And I actually made them out of, as you started with, a prototype like this. And these soles are actually made from these cheap things that I simply cut it down and glued them. Yeah. Yeah. The Greenland say it's not for sale. I mean, are you kidding me? I thought it was to joke, Kansas, when the turtle on the post asked for it, but oh crap. He is a funny man. I mean, that turtle on the post. But as you can see, Kansas, this was once upon a time I've crossed my path to a very old couch, leather couch, and as you can see, it's actually what I have been used for choppers, moccasins. That's the leather made out of an old couch. And what I also have been doing is designing for charity. As you can see, I have been making some new designs and photos. So as you can see, I have made these little soles. It's actually once upon a time. This is actually drawn when my son was 5 years old. Can you imagine? It is pure nostalgic. But as you can see, I make them into these little very easy knitted boots because they are knitted of a piece like this, Kansas, and then you cross them like this, stitch it like this here, and then you simply stitch it on like this here. And when you do it, you make these cross lines. If you hold the pair like this has to overlap like this, so the overlap go outwards like this. So yeah, these are for little children in need, and there's mothers for charity. And as you can see, I found some home colored, homespun, almost yarn, a leftover. It's a little heavier, but as you can see, they can make a very sweet pair of mini boots, because now the children has to go to kindergarten and stuff like that. And that means they have to have these extra indoor shoes. Yeah, exactly. It's such a great way because you can use all your leftovers. And you know you have 12 stitches knitted on a size 4, euro size 4, and then you actually knit 12 stitches. And when you do them, the beneficial is the white of this has to be as just as white as the widest part here. And then you can actually see when you fold it like this, it has to sort of have the same length as the entire sole, like this. That's actually how you measure it. So it has to be twice that length. So you can actually do it to an adult, then you just make them wider and longer, and then it actually fits when you do like this and stretch it out like this, and you have this little shoe. Yeah, exactly. So you can actually do any size you want, because just measure here from the widest part, and that's a wide, and it has to be twice as long as the sole, and then it fits. So if I want to adult size, you just take this as the widest part and twice the length of the foot. So very easy way, as you say, to get rid of all your small skeins of yarn, because it doesn't require much. Then I have been making a lot of uh, templates, because my brain has been busy. I got these. This is how you actually calculate it. When you make moccasins or kamek, you can actually do like this. Can you see what I'm doing? And it has to be, if you hold the smallest part next to each other, like this, but you have to do it opposite like this. Then you can actually see it's almost twice here. So you hold them like this, and that's actually how they're doing like this. It was an old Greenland gold. Yeah, that's okay, Kansas. You do that. Um, and that's how it actually is done. And you make the opening like this. So, and as soon as I get to do it, I'll work out a video how to make them also without the heel. And I found out, you know what, the best part, when you make a tin plate like this, if you stitch it on chamois cloth, it won't slipper. When it actually easier to put on fabric, so it doesn't slide, because it has a little hold to it. And this is actually an old yeah, for garbage, how to sorter out your garbage waste, but anything is useful. So, but otherwise I just need to find So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's good to see you girls. It has really been a while. I have been thinking so much. I was almost calling you, Tita, my sister. Um, yeah, and these are mine, as you can see. Yeah. These are my prototype shoes, as you can see. Yeah, I just need some extra soles because, yeah, I don't like this for chopper, so I can actually use these as we talked about. I might do like this on these where I sort of flatten this down like this, so I slip into it like this. Yeah. I was thinking, shoes you could sort of because what I was thinking, you can actually do like this. That's how I mean. You cut the sides instead of have these. You cut them like this, so you have like a slivers. I like it when you have something in the side instead of you just have this half things here. So it's up to you. Chopper can't do it because I have. Oh yes, I have been very busy. I mean, it's been like funerals. Um, what to do about winter and Chopper. For Chopper to have shoes on, and I just did that. I love it. What do you call it? No, why can't I do that? Yeah, I need to go and check again, but I have been in and given you a like. I really have. Because I got you now, Kathleen, both on my phone and at the computer. See, this is what I call laziness, where you just do like this. As you can see, they fit very comfortable like this, or you can have them up like this. So you have them like this, and as you can see, it's a kameek. So yeah, but I will come and check out your neighbors. Oh, it could be so fun. I was actually thinking about you. Actually, yes, yeah. It's actually, yeah. It's I will show you. I got these here, Kansas, very cheap. And what I simply did was to cut all this off and simply glue them. Of course, they have to be smooth here. And then I simply glued them on and use these as soles. You can actually see it. Here is this gray part. So, yeah. Oh, you have extra of your, yeah. So but as you can see, it didn't fit entirely, and I'm a size 40, and I actually bought because I want it doesn't matter if they're a little big because then I could cut it down. I got a 43, a size 43 too small for my size 40. So it is too small for choppers, so I don't want to ruin his beautiful. So I need to go. I know I have a lot of extra of these in the basement, so I just need to. I already packed them down in the basement because I thought and no, I am not going to use them at all. And yay! And I actually tried to glue a sole on Chopper's shoes. He used these very cheap shoes. So I with a glue gun, and later on when I went down, I saw he has lost his sole. These I glued on his shoes. So I actually found the bottom part. Yeah. So I wouldn't have been next to him when he started. He came to halfway. So I actually found both of them. I just glued on his shoes, and the simply just peeled off. But I could see the other one he might have taken because it was in a sandy area, so I could actually follow Chubba's footprints because he has sort of his shoe was sort of falling apart. But lucky he should have shoes on. So I have to be so I have been down, and I have actually bought some Probable glue because I did an experiment with some cheap shoes. So I have been down and got this. Um, yeah, because as you can see, it is actually for shoes. So I'm looking forward when he comes home and has to tell me that his cheap shoe actually fall apart. Because I was testing, how to when I was going to glue this on these shoes I have made, and so I experimented with a cheap pair. Yeah, I think so. I don't know that. I know Gorilla is good, but this is actually bought in a hardware store, and it was pretty expensive. I would say it's not the cheapest I have been buying. I gave 40 krona for it. It's about $7 for this. $7 for maybe, yeah. So it better be good. Yeah. Hello, Sherry. Yeah, because the other thing. Hello. Hey, Yadel. Welcome. And Sherry. Yes. Good to see you, girls. So we are talking about. I have been making Sherry and Yadel. I have been making these moccasins for my friends, for my friend Jobber. And we were actually talking about, I have to glue better sole on this. And that's why I got this. And I actually make them out of, as you can see, I got once upon a time, I found an old couch with leather on it, and I simply stripped it for old leather. Hello, Kathleen's daughter. Oh, thank you. I promise. Yeah, and hello, Nana. Hi. And great to see you, Nana. Yeah. So this is a very upcycle old couch that I changed into these for chopper moccasins. And as you can see, yeah, it is. It's a good quality of leather, and it was dumped. Yeah. So I just simply took the part that was not this on, and I made this for me as a prototype, and I needed to test the soles. So I got some cheap glue, but unfortunately I glued as extra sole on a very cheap pair of shoes to test the glue. But I could actually see the soles was falling off when I went down. Thank you, Nana. So I went and bought some, for experiment, these very cheap in a Chinese store for about $2. And I simply glued them on here with a heavier glue. So this is the prototype before this, because so I got the perfect shape for it. And I promised Chopper, these are actually from a native moccasin, Kamik, Greenland. So I am going to show you on a video how I made these out of this, because I promised Chopper I want to make him 2 pair of these. So as you can see, I got the tin plates. I learned from a native Greenlander how to sort of construct these moccasins. Thank you, Sherry. How you sort of place your foot like this, and as you can see, it's like sort of geometry like this. It's how to measure and stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then I got this heavy duty. So I hope it's worth it, because the other stuff didn't last, and I was very sad about it. So I didn't want to spoil it. So, and then I have been. It's good to see you, Sherry. And see, I have Nana. I have been making these. These are also made out of this old leather recycled from the couch. These small pieces, I took from between here, and then I knitted like this. As I talked with Kansas, it's 12 stitches, and the measurement is you take the widest part, knit, and then you knit as long as the sole, and then as you can see, you stitch it on like this, so you actually have a tiny little shoe for a toddler to have in kindergarten and in school. So busy designing, remember. Oh, you have made, yeah, it's no, you like the button. Yeah, I will also show you how to make your own home shoe soles. For Deborah, I'll show you how to make these for inside, but I like Chopper. Normally Greenland would put the same seal like this, leather and bottom, but it's different when you walk in snow and you have to walk on concrete. So what I want to do is to give them a better pair of soles. So, but my internet has been on and off, and I tried it to upload, and then the YouTube wanted to have my permission to use my camera, and then it need simply, oh my goodness. So for 1 week it has been on and off, and I was like, okay, I need a break from this because it keeps telling me a lot of things. So yeah, I have been stitching. Oh, I have been invented something. Hold on, girls, I haven't shown you. Yeah, I was listen up. I was a desperate woman. Do we have any coffee drinkers here? I was run out of these paper, you know them. See, coffee filters like this. So what did I do, Nana? See, look, I designed my own fabric coffee filters. Hey, yes, and I can assure you they are brand good. I have made them of organic cotton. Yes, unbleached cotton, and they don't collapse because I made a strong seam in here, so it's actually strong enough. Just ask. I showed it to. Oh, and honestly, I'm so happy to see you, Nana. I have followed you on my phone, but it didn't want to lock me in. So, but I have been in and give you thumbs up. And I love that unicorn lady. This diamond painting. If you don't have to see Nana's, please go in and see Nana cooking. She's making this magnificent painting, ooh, I love her with a unicorn and glitter. She's sparkling. It's all finished now. Yeah, I thought you were cooking or talking about burgers. Or am I mistaking? I can remember because I have also seen Kathleen has been on. Yeah, though you have put a video up too, and I follow Sherry. So yeah, I want to show you how to sort of replica and make your own coffee filters if you want. I even succeeded to make the big round one for the church, but I don't know if they're actually allowed to use them. Yes, I will. You already. Yeah, you are on my. See, I got all these made for little surprise gifts. Yay! It's 100% organic cotton. Yeah, I will promise. I am. They are for little gifts. I had some organic cotton on bleach on sale, so it's pretty good. It just has to be boiled through. So yeah, and as soon as I have time, I am going to sort of think about you girls. You need a little gift. And people say you can sell these, and I'm like, no. Yeah, I can do that, but you know what? I can also is a different shape. Is that the big one round? Because I have made these two, Sherry, for the church. I don't have one finished, but it's like one big circle that's shaped like a ball, right? I am keeping Soto in my prayer. Okay, round but smaller. Okay. I need to see a picture. I will, Tita. And thank you, Nana. Yeah. So I saved the day. So Soto lost her mother. So I hope it's okay to say that she has uploaded a video. But of course, she needs our prayers and thoughts. Yeah. So I am going to think about her, and she really is in my mind. And I also owe her little gifts. And for Sherry, yeah, yeah. You can try to send me a picture and the measurements onto it. So yeah. So otherwise, I have not been doing pretty much else. Oh, it's today. Okay, then she'll need prayers. Yeah. Oh, you also, Nana, then I will show you how to make them because I did them for the church. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kansas. Yeah. It could be so nice. Hi, Sherry Chapter. Thank you, Nana. Yeah, I have. I'm so happy for them. Yeah. Mm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kathleen, if you can put the link up for Soto's channel. Yeah. If can you do that, Kathleen? Yeah. Yeah, I have been very busy at the church because there's so many people that need helping hand and some ideas. Oh, thank you, Nana. So it's warming. So yeah, what have I else been doing? I have actually been making shoes. Soles. I'm actually making something for these are for I need to can I go coffee time? Will that be okay? Are you hanging on, girls? And then I'll show you. If you just need coffee. Coffee. Here you go. I am back. Sorry. Okay, Kansas did it. Thank you. Yeah. So this is how I have stitched these special inner soles. I want to show you how you can make your own, or you can buy them cheap. But I have also been making these Elizabeth Brewer. She saw I'm making these. These are sanitizer napkins. They're a little wider than the other one. And Elizabeth wanted 6 of them, and I found out these are actually a better size model for a grown-up lady that just need to be padded inside. But I know she's so happy for purple, so I simply found out that I had some light plum and some purple color for her. So Elizabeth, if you're seeing these are on the way, and of course we will find a good price for them. Then I have to tell you something, because I have been making these, and I got these labels once upon a time in a craft store in the supermarket. So I just made with love these, because now when you buy loose fruit, potatoes, anything, you have to pay for the plastic bag you put it in. So whenever you go to the loose fruit, grab a plastic bag. And one day I got home and it says plastic bag, 1 krona, and I was like, what? And I actually ended up by paying almost $1 just for plastic that I had to sort of weigh my fruit into it, because as you can see, I like to buy my tomatoes like this. So I simply did that. I made these bags, and as you can see, here is the weight price for it. So what you do is, when you grab the plastic bag like this, fill it up with your, in this case, delicious tomatoes with a stem on it. I think it's called a stem, right? They are so gorgeous. And so I simply did that. I had an old curtain, net curtain like this. So what I actually did was I stitched a lot of these bags. And now I simply have them. As you can see, I just pull a string like this, put it on the weight, stick it on, and yeah, so I can recycle this green bag, or what you call it. But I often ended up by paying a lot of things for these plastic bags, and also because, you know, I don't like to, because you every day you get home with a lot of plastic, and people say this is actually us a plastic bag, because it's actually made out of polyester. But it is more long lasting than one of these very thin plastic bags. So as you can see, I have made a load of these, and it was actually one of my old curtains, net curtains that sort of went a big hole into it. Yeah, exactly. I can do that. I mean, I can reuse them. So they look very with a smile on me now whenever I go into the store and I load up my groceries and they see my beautiful bags because I can go home and you reuse them. You can't sometimes you can't reuse these very thin plastic bags because when you get home with them, they're sort of, they're not strong enough for garbage. So you just end up throwing up money. So what I was actually thinking about, yeah, it's you can reuse these. And do you have a leftover? Because the only part is you need to have them see through. So the person that sit at the register, and you can also make them smaller. This is a single person use bags. um I can have 10 apples in here, so small apples. um and you can reuse them. And it was a long time ago. It's actually from when Fiona was a kitten. It's about 12 years ago. She was around 1 year. I just got her. She started sort of climbing. I had them, like this, in my doorways, and she found out she could actually climb these curtains, and so they ended up having a lot of holes into it. And it was very fun for her and play with them. So she would sort of grab them and swing herself around into it. And then I found out, okay, having these lace curtains in the doorways is not particularly clever when you have a playful kitten. um and now she doesn't do it anymore, of course. But then I thought about, okay, I could use it for this. Okay, you do that, Kansas. So, um, yeah, you can use it for a lot of things. Um, so that's how you do it. You can also use these. You can actually buy them these laundry bags, like laundry nettings for bras and small pieces of laundry. They have a zipper into it. It's made out of netting fabric, like this. Hang on, I'll show you what I mean. Um, you see, I got these in I got these in the dollar store, very very cheap. And I also have used them as when I go shopping for fruit and apples and loose items. I simply take one of these, fill it up with the fruit, and close it up. That means you can reuse it. Of course, it's also something polyester, but the beneficiation, but they are so big for me. But use them. Go and buy. I got two for $2 or something. It's very cheap. If you don't want to make your own, go and buy these. Um, and they're strong, and you can use them again and again. And you can wash them. Um, yeah, so you don't have to, but of course it requires you remember to sort of, when you're done with them and they're clean, sort of remember to put them down in your shopping bag. um I that's how I did it. Yeah, so that's sort of what I have been doing. um so as I was showing Kansas, I also recommend you can also just go and buy these very cheap washing bags. These for laundry, I got two for $2 at the dollar store, Flying Tiger. Um, and yeah, there was some fruit in it. So when I buy loose fruit, I simply just take these and have them in my shopping bag. So I don't need, because sometimes if the knot doesn't hold, or you need a lot of loose fruit, so you can collect them in these. But I found these was very more handy because they were smaller. Yeah, I mean, I love the drawstring to it. Um, so I just need to put, this is the load number 2 I have been made, and these was just some fun marks. So I just need to put drawstrings in because they're very easy. So I did that in the beginning. So, but I really like the drawstring. But if there's somebody out there who can't sew, or go and buy these cheap if you want to sort of minimize single-use plastic. This is also plastic, but it is a stronger kind of polyester plastic, so you can actually reuse them. And when you're done with them, you can yeah wash your clothes into it. But I really love my drawstring because you can and tie a knot to it. So, and I'm so happy because I got used for my old curtains. It was pretty expensive. I can actually remember it was very, very expensive. Um, Lace curtain from Britain. I can remember it was like, with a bow and very fancy. And then I got Fiona, and Fiona was a little kitty at that time, and Fiona loved them. So yeah. So it's now they're going to be used again, so they're pretty old. Um, yeah, and I went to the Chinese shop too. Yeah, it's a great idea. You can use them. Oh, I love that idea, Kathleen. Yeah. And Deborah, you have lace drawers you made. Yeah, you can use them for socks and stuff like that. Yeah. It's a great idea. You can use them for anything. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's Chopper says he's around in a little half an hour. Yeah. Um I was actually thinking, you can also, if you have some of these, as when they're done, you can actually put them in a string bag like this. I was thinking about it when this is an order for for sanitizer, napkins for ladies. Elizabeth has ordered, and I also found out, you know, why don't I deliver them perhaps in a drawstring bag when they're done like this. Perhaps it need a little bigger, but you can use it for socks, your underwear, you know, small items. Yeah. So, you know, it's getting them done. And I know Elizabeth liked purple, so I found some light plum and some purple. Yeah, for grown-up ladies. They're not done yet, but I have Kansas. I did it. That's also why I've been so busy. I even tried to load up the video. I made 100 feminine napkins. I did it. I did it. Yes, I did it. And I am so proud of myself. Oh, those, yeah, that will also be lovely. Yeah, I did it. Whoo! And I am going to see when the computer wants to load them up because it has been problem with the internet, but I did film it. I did it. I got 100 done. Yeah, and I even got extra of these snaps to it. So yeah, I got these. So I only need to, yeah. So I got extra of these. I got them from the Chinese store. I give about $1.50 for these. Um, but yeah, Kathleen, they could be perfect gift bags. And I am thinking about you girls and Kansas, you need gifts. And then I went and I found they have these 3 of these very Chinese soap. And I can assure you, it's so, oh my goodness. I wish you can smell it. It is a very strong soap to put in my drawers and stuff like that. The next part is I have also been, yeah, it's a, thank you, Mrs. Green. Yeah, it's a great deal. So I got 2 times 3, yeah, for these. Sometimes, you know, it can be a great idea to go and sort of, yeah, what can I get? And sometimes, you know, you can buy these little things like this. I bought them like a surprise. I think I gave $1 for these. You know, sometimes I go and find some cheap things. So that's exactly what I have been doing. I found these 2 very cheap. They're pretty fun. They are very sturdy seal bags, and I was thinking it's really strong. I can assure you, it's pretty strong here. So I might, you know, for I haven't found out yet. It looked like they should have a bottom into it, but I can't figure it out. Yeah, they do actually. Look at this. See, they have like a bottom like this, and you can actually stamp them up like this, um, fill them up, and seal them very firmly. Um, that was also pretty cheap. I got it. 11 pieces for about $2, $2.50, and that's, I mean, they are so good for leftovers, or if you have some things you just need to have stores. I think they're so cool. They're they're pretty cool, Sherry. I yeah, hand milled soap is so great. I even bought because I want to make soap. I actually have a board for showing you how I make soap. Because people, my friend has asked me if I could make her some hand soap, because some mild soap, because she's very allergic to everything, and I normally make her soap out of pure vegetable soap base you can actually buy here in Denmark. And then I mixed it up with olive oil and coconut oil and aloe vera from my aloe vera plant and chamomile, and make it into bar soaps. Um, I did a little video, but the computer didn't upload anything. And so I was thinking my taking it as live stream video. So I'm simply making it as a live stream because it seems that my computer can better accept live stream, so it can be a long live stream, but do it that way. It's very cool, very cheap. Um, so it's and I have another thing. I just bought a lot of these in the Dollar Tree. As you see, it's flying tape because for $1, um, you don't need a lot of like $1 here. All these um because you don't need all that, I mean, expensive items. So I got some great deals today. This sounds crazy, but everybody with cats know um, what this is for. It is a new design for the litter box scoop. When you have scooped it, so you can sort of, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but you can actually, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can put cookies. Cookies, yeah, we love cookies, don't we, girls? Um, so it is like, yeah, I got some goodie bags here. A lot of fun stuff. Yeah. So yeah, and I got some clear plastic. Here I got this. This is actually very strong, clear plastic without PVC or anything into it or this damaging. So as is it thinking, I want to make bread bags with windows, like fabric bags you know, out of this organic cotton and make some windows so you can actually see through them, and maybe stitch them in double fabric. When I, for example, buy bread, I can put it in this and they can sort of see through and it's washable. But I want to stitch it in double fabric. Like when you buy flour, you can buy it in fabric bags, and I was like, why can't I make some for my bread? Because sometimes you buy bread, um, and also you have to sort of put it in a plastic bag anyway, or a paper bag, and I was like, and when I come home, I sort of, you know, put it in a fabric string bag. I also use these string bags. Yeah. Oh, that sounds very delicious, Kansas. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay, it didn't want to do that. Dried bean, dried fruit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's, you know what, that's a great idea, Kathleen. You can, yeah, in these, because sometimes, you know, when you buy these um other bags, they're so big. I mean, honestly, I'm one person. There's a limitation because, you know, you get so much waste plastic. Mm, the smallest one you can actually have is 2 liters of bags, but they are so enormous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wrong cup. I would love to come to have some too, Kansas, but you know what? I'll raise my coffee cup and say cheers to you. Love you, girls. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Mm. Oh, that sounds great, Kansas. You do that? Yeah. It is always good to have that. Yeah, yeah, it actually is. So, but I have been so sad I haven't been able to sort of put my tutorials up because it didn't want me to. So, 3 for me and 1 for husband. That's a great deal. Yeah. That's a great deal for a husband. Yeah, one. Yeah, because you need 1 from me. Yeah, that's the deal. That's cool. Yeah. So I have to prepare for Chopper is coming home, and I got these surprise bags Oh, yeah, Kathleen, look what I got myself because for $2 in the dollar store in Flying Tiger, because you know what? Whenever I need to take that damn thing off the water faucet, it's like hell when it's sort of, are totally, I almost say rusted to it, but chalked into it. And when I think Flying Tiger, I have to use for $2.50. I was like, yay! I got one, and I got one in pink, and it has a smart little female handle. Normally, I went to the hardware store. I mean, it cost a fortune. Yeah, it's a girly wrench. Yes, it is. I thought it was very cute, Nana. So I said, okay, for $2.50, I can buy this. Because you know what? You always need, even a girl need one of these. And you don't need one of these big male wrenches. And yeah, I got my wrench now. So, and I got a little dive landscape and some. I got a parakeet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we need to do that. Even we crazy ladies need to tighten up the loose screws so we don't lose them, right? I mean, people keep looking at me and say, you know what? You're like that. You have lost a couple of screws, and so I said, okay, yeah. You can even buy a hammer with printed flowers on it, but I do have a hammer, but it's like, yeah, it's a girly one. So it's like, it was like some sort of patchwork kit where it all is cut out, and you just have to peel off this, and there must be something sticky to it. I don't know. It's some fun things. You know this it was like a patchwork kit. It's from Flying Tiger. Sometimes I buy these surprise bags. Yeah, it is. This is a wrench, yes, for like, small things. Yeah. The other here, it is meant for, this is like a picture, and there's some sticky stuff to it. As you can see, all the fabric is sort of pre-cut, and it's almost like your diamond thing. So you peel off one of the sections of then there's some sticky stuff, then you place the fabric on top of it, and you use this to sort of press it down. I think, yeah. So it's something like that. It was like in a good. This is not from the goodie bags, but sometimes I like to buy these little yeah, exactly. I mean, it's so fun because you have so many different things. Here in Denmark, you can actually get washi tape. See, like this with a small thing like this. It's paper tape, what we call washi tape, and you can actually get a little holder like this, like you get for real tape, to sort of put it in, and you can sort of string it out and snip it off. Um, these are the bigger ones. You can also buy these holders. It's what it says, a sticker roll. That means it's actually flower petals on a roll. Yeah, I think this is probably made in China or something. Yeah, made in China for flying tiger. Yeah. Yeah, okay, it's really 3 inches. This is not 3 inches. This is about 1 centimeters. Very small. These are actually flower petals like this. Yeah, see, when it says stickers, so when you open up, you get these loose flower petals. And sometimes they sort of, when you have a few items of stuff, this is like concrete decoration with piece on it. Yeah, I was telling myself, hi, Velvet Angel. I'm doing great. Hope you are doing great too. And yeah, so it's sometimes it's and then I got, of course, my universal glue, and I found out it was not strong enough for this, but I did get a lot of other things, sometimes. But I really overdid myself by spending a little extra. Yeah, it was like, yeah. I really have to. Oh yes, Kathleen, Tita. People are asking me, okay, whenever I have to read something, I need to sort of lift off my glasses, otherwise I can't read it. Hey, Chopper. Nå, skatter, jeg har fundet dine såler, og jeg tænkte sådan på dig, jeg nåede herhen. Du griner, men jeg har dine såler med hjem. Jeg så, de var faldet af. Du tabte en deroppe, og jeg tænkte, okay, den holdt ikke langt. Så nåede jeg op til hjørnet deroppe, der lå den anden. Så tænkte jeg, okay, det er lige meget, det ikke.
Ja, det er godt.
Er det rigtigt?
Helvede, ja. Det føles anderledes.
Ja.
Så kiggede jeg, så var der ikke nogen sol på. Jeg tænkte, det var mærkeligt.
Men jeg fandt dem.
Du fandt min missing fodspor.
Ja, så jeg har dine såler med hjem. Ej, Chopper, siger de alle sammen. Nej, men ved du hvad, jeg tror det er fordi jeg har lakeret dem først. He says, hey, yeah, he lost his soul. I'm not kidding. I want to show you. Because I wanted to test the glues. So I made these. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. And so I made these, glued them up on a cheap pair of Chinese fabric shoes. And I was like, okay, let's test them because I wanted to see if I could make some for his shoes. But when I get down there, I found this one. And when I get closer to the shop, I found the other one. So suddenly he said when he stand at the bus, he discovered he sort of lost his footprints. So
That's very sad.
yeah,
Yeah. He's still crying.
he's still.
I've been looking for him for 8 hours now. It isn't true, but it sounded very good.
Yeah. So. Yeah, coffee. So that's why I had to go and see if I could buy some other glue, and maybe I can. I don't know. Yeah, put your. Yeah. So, but I found them. So that's why I sort of, wanted to go and buy some proper glue and see if I could. Yeah, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Bless his heart. So that's why I was thinking about getting something like this and some proper glue to it before I sort of started, because I didn't want to experiment with these I made for him, because I really made them beautiful out of this furniture leather. So yeah, I want them to be perfect. And I even did have a video made how I sort of assembled them. But I'll do another pair for Chopper like this on a live stream. So bless his heart, so we can have extra pair. But I found out these are too small, and I actually don't like. They were so cheap, so I was okay. I'll try with this prototype here. So, but for now, it's okay. They're still sticking, but it's, I don't know. So maybe I could sort of, cover them with a leather string or something. I don't know. But yeah, I need to figure that out. Yeah, it's cold, Kathleen. It's not warm. As I told you in the beginning, it's really, I mean, it's cold, it's freezing, it's raining, it's like you don't go out with a short like this. You could do it in here, but the problem is we have so much heavy wind here, and the air is very chill. So when it's about 11 evening now, and it's getting colder, and even the have said something about we are going to have a warm, but not that warm, that's for sure. um so so you can't go so with short sleeves here. Yeah, Yeah, bling them out. Kathleen says I have to bling your shoes out so you can see in the dark, sweetheart. Yeah, you see, just say yes.
So ik zei nou.
He says he's afraid to say no. Oh, yeah. Ah, it's over. Yeah, add lights to it. Yeah, Kansas says put little bells on them so you don't get lost. Yes.
Good idea.
But my God, it was pretty funny to go on the street and suddenly I looked out. Oh, Chubba lost one of his souls, and I said, "Yeah, you'll always know where you are if you have bells on." Kansas says, "Yeah, he's nothing. Yeah, so early. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, 1 hour from midnight in Denmark." So it's a little late. Yeah, it's early. Yeah, it's, but I am going to send. Yeah. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Are you getting a kitty? Yeah. So, bless your heart. It is so lovely to see all of you girls. Um, Thank you for coming by. Yeah. So he is tired. You're welcome. And thank you, Nana, for coming by. And they say, hey, Chubba, good night. So, yeah. And thank you for coming by. It has been lovely to see so many of you. And sorry, I haven't been on lately, but same time, another day. I can't promise you. But it will be around this time. Yeah. So it is 11. Thank you. Yeah, Velvet. Yes, you too. Have a great night. You're welcome, Sherry, and thank you. Love you all. It has been so nice. Yeah, and great to see all of you and meeting each other. Especially you, Nana. Thank you for coming. Please check out Nana if you don't see her. Please. And Kansas and Kathleen, I need to go and see your video. And all the other girls. So, yes, good night to all of you. Love you, girls. God bless. Night. So, love. Night, night.